Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for November 2021. I'm excited you're here with me. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to this channel, like and comment if you enjoy these videos. You find all the information in the description box below for my personal readings, for donating, for the card decks I'm using, and also all the other stuff that you need. So let's get started here for you. In the beginning of the reading, I will do a general energy. In the second part of the reading, I'm talking about love and love relationship. And the cards are already shuffled and out because I did this earlier in German. So if you want to check out my German speaking channel, you can also find the link below. We start this month here with the Judgment card. You're going into a Two of Swords moment and a Knight of Discs moment. This is interesting because, first of all, in the beginning of the month, Venus is still in your sign. And I also got the Astro dice for Venus on the Justice card here in the beginning of your month. And the Justice card is about partnership, is about close relationships, and also is connected to Libra and therefore for Venus. So I feel like there is a big sense of how do I create peace and balance in my partnerships, and especially how can I create that within myself, so therefore I stand in my power when it comes to partnerships and relationships. This can also be diplomatic situations on the outside where you are maybe involved with the law in some way, not in a bad way, but maybe there is just some justice related, law related things that you have to handle, contracts, stuff like that. And now we're out of Mercury retrograde, so that might be again something that's in the picture. But with the Venus dice and sign, I would say it's probably about relationships and love and finding an inner harmony and peace, especially when it comes to your way of thinking and in your head, to move forward with the truth and to allow the mind and let the mind penetrate also the truth, to be able to step into your strength and into your very grounded presence with the Knight of Discs here. Because this Two of Swords, as you can see, those swords go through this rose, this blue rose, that stands for also the feminine motherly energy in a way. So this card therefore is Libra, Moon in Libra. So it is really about the mind penetrating the feelings in a balanced way to understand better where there is the balance and the middle way to move forward, and where to come to a balanced mind in particular to take a step further. And I think this step further for you is about finding your grounding, finding your worth, finding control over your surroundings, understanding how you can also manifest results and how you can be in control of those results as well. This is the Knight of Discs, which in this deck is actually speaking about the King of Discs. So it's a very mature, materially secure energy that really knows how to have results, how to create results, how to build results. The Knight of Discs, he knows when to invest into something and when to just let things grow on their own. He understands how the cycles of nature works. He understands when it is the right time to harvest. He is in full control of the cycles of nature, so therefore he is also the king of agriculture, or the Knight of Agriculture. So he is very aware of how the cycles of nature work and how to also maybe manipulate them in a way that he can have results and product and produce, if you want to see it from that angle. So this is also about health and your body, because that's also a material resource that we're using here in this world. And he knows how to treat his body, he knows how to feel secure, safe, and he also knows when to rest. So that's all things that's coming through for you here. And I think you will really, by the end of the month, feel your best and feel your most stable. Because with the 9th house here, that's your house. And your house is really about expanding and about learning and about growing. So I feel like there's a lot of growth. If you want to work out right now, that's a very good idea, I think. If you want to work on your body, you can really expand in a way that is healthy. And if you want to also go on a diet, also a good thing. Especially with the Taurus lunar eclipse, because that's also highlighted for you here. So maybe there can be things that you want to get rid of, or you want to detox. That's all a very good full moon in Taurus with the eclipse, if you want to do that. So in a relationship situation and love situation, I think there is a moment that is probably building up to this eclipse, which would make a lot of sense. That is really, I think, challenging, exhausting in a way, where you understand that emotionally there is more. Emotionally things could be more fulfilling, and you really want to walk away from this 8 of Cups kind of situation, where it really is about a situation that is emotionally, that has been emotionally important and of value, and you put a lot of emotional energy into something, but also you do understand that it's time to take a step further, that it's time to move on to a different realm. And the next step would be the 9 of Cups, which says, well, there is a sense of having to find the emotional fulfillment within yourself before you're able to find it also with another person, which doesn't necessarily mean that you're breaking up with a person. It just means maybe if you're in a connection, that you really take a step towards being more emotionally independent, where you understand, okay, I cannot make this other person responsible for how I feel. So I will take things into my own hand. It's a difficult step. The 8 of Cups is not, it's a difficult step to take. It feels exhausting. It feels, because we're sitting in this emotional kind of cloudy state that we want to leave behind to find more emotional clarity as well. And here it's interesting, because here it's really in this deck the 7 of Cups here. So she really wants to go away from the 7 of Cups. And then there is one other cup here on the other side of her. So the 7 of Cups and this cloudy emotional state is highlighted. And she's like, no, I don't want this anymore. Understanding that she doesn't want this anymore. At the same time, not having taken this step out of the picture. And this is exactly this moment where we decide to take this step, and it's a very difficult moment, actually, I think. This other person understands that there is a lot of burden involved in this situation. They're also taking on the burden, at the same time are not happy about it, obviously, and you're kind of following their path in a way, I feel like. So I think you both feel in a connection that this is a burden and just too much work, too much of everything. That's the 10 of Wands. And in a way, maybe also this wanting more emotional fulfillment, becoming kind of this task that is not able to be fulfilled. The good news is that we have the Judgment card here. So there will be a calling, a way forward from the outside, from above. Maybe you hear a calling, or you finally know, like, oh, this is the way to go. You feel, it feels a little bit like a resurrection. For me, it's always like a big resurrection moment here with the Judgment card, because there is a calling from the outer that really rescues those people from their very bland and boring and exhausting every day, where they feel like there is no hope anymore, and they're just like, I get this robot energy from them, this Walking Dead energy, and they're finally released from that. So it's a big release, and I think both of you will find a solution forward in this situation and will exactly know where to go. And it can be kind of sudden, it could be quick, it could be sudden, and it could be out of nowhere also, and it could feel like heaven sent when you look at this angel. So that's a good thing, it's a very good thing. And I think in general, I mean, the overall energy here with love and this relationship situation is an equal give and take, and especially in this deck, more of the giving out of resources. And resources is a big thing here also with the King of Discs, because it's really about how much time do you give to a person, how much time do you get. Time is a resource that we made up. It's kind of material resource. We cannot touch it, but it's resources we're working with. So I guess it's not material, it's more like a medium. But it's really about how much energy, time, money, security, safety, work is put into a situation, and who puts the work in and who benefits from it. And in this card, it just very much comes from a place of there's one person who has a lot, and this other person is kind of begging for it, and that's obviously a problem, because there is some sort of less than mentality, or I'm not worthy, or I don't have the worth, or I feel like I'm not worthy and I have to beg for something. So lack mentality, which is, I'm just reading the cards. It's very, very common, and we all have it. We all have to work through it. So there will be a way shown that is very clear, heaven sent, how to move forward. And it might feel like last minute, or when you didn't believe that it's going to come anymore, then finally it's here. And I feel like it's going to be around the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, because that would make so much sense. And that would that full moon lunar eclipse is really working for us to let go of all the things we need to let go of when it comes to really living in stability for all of us, and manifesting a comfortable, well-lived life in this earthly realm, I want to say. So with the Blow Your Mind card, we have a similar energy than the Judgment, which I really like. I will read you from the description. Blow your mind. Completion leading to sudden spiritual release. A change of viewpoint. Discarding. Oh, wow. Okay. Did you see that when I said discarding? The cards fell. That's crazy. Okay. Discarding old habits. This is important, you guys. This is important, especially when it comes to relationships. A new action. Wow. Okay, this is very strong for you. Maybe feathers right now are a sign for you. If you see feathers, look out for feathers. They are helping you to confirm your path. And it could be very sudden. It could be a very sudden release, understanding, very sudden change. And that's the eclipse energy as well. So yes, there can be an actual sudden change here out of a situation that feels overburdening. And also the dice flipped on Leo, so that is more suited for your true self, both of those parties, for the true self of both of those parties, and really is something divinely guided from above. Wow, okay, charms. This is intense, you guys. I love it though. I love it. It fell back on Taurus. That's nice. Okay, yes. This is a lot about work, grounding feminine energy as well. With this charm here, this is my charm of work, but also work can be fun and work can be exciting, and we can create work environment in a way that we have a good time. I mean, this could really be what I'm getting right now, a change in work environment for you that is more fun, actually, because it came here to the general energy. Also some sort of loose attachment that I see here with this pin that fell completely out of the picture to this clarity stone. You're already, I think, drawing in, and you're loosely attached to what will be the next steps in the clarity, and you're drawing it in. You're already feeling it. And therefore also by the end of the month gaining a new spark forward. If you felt like this has been so exhausting, by the end of the month you will really be in a strong position and have more motivation and more spark and more forward movement. I think this has to do with you and your stuff, not so much with the relationship stuff. So maybe this is really work related or project related. And you're coming to see clearer here also from that grounded perspective. So grounding yourself, going into nature will really help you materialize and find more spark also in your work. When it comes to this connection, for this person, this other person, I mean, maybe you're really dealing with a Taurus, but this full moon in Taurus is going to be big because this is an earth sign stone for me, also grounding stone, and the moon charm. So this is going to be a big moment where this person maybe also decides to drop some sort of burden in general that they are carrying. That doesn't have to do with you necessarily. You are really staying in your feminine energy here, which is a good thing, I think. Letting things come towards you, being receptive, being open, being creative also. This is my creative attachment charm. So seeing this as a creative microcosm, letting in ideas that maybe are a little bit out of the ordinary with this little mushroom charm. And it's also my good luck charm, so it's also Jupiter energy. Maybe Jupiter is in a good aspect to you because Jupiter is now moving direct again in Aquarius, so that's a good thing. So expansion through letting in ideas that might be a little out of the ordinary, maybe traditional, I get a little psychedelic energy also with this mushroom. So maybe deepening of the mind on a more expanding sort of realm. And also with this stone, a path that represents more your truer self and where you can express your true self better in relationships or in this particular relationship. So I think you're in a really good energy of expansion, moving into more. From the Eight of Cups, we are taking a step into moving into something more. So this is really something that comes through very strongly, and letting also unconventional ideas in, ideas that step out of the ordinary ways of thinking here with this good luck charm, with this mushroom charm. So yeah, this is a very interesting reading. So many different things coming through and so many different little details. I really love it. So thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for listening, and I hope I'll talk to you next time. Bye.